Alright, we are going to do the new main story. It's called a bedtime story. Last time we looked into, the memories of our sibling, kinda, and the formation of, the abyss. So yeah.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing. But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name.
Oh.
They can only provide information about his general appearance.
Okay.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy?
Hello.
Hello there. You looking to buy something?
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara Village.
Yeah, we probably had 20 other people come by to you and ask the same question.
Ah, so you're here about that then. You're not the first, that's for sure. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, guess you are really sick of answering questions.
Catherine said they only know
I'm sorry,
his appearance.
I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions.
Alright, is there anything else you could tell us?
I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know? We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now.
What kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one. Everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise.
How does no one have a picture or anything?
Young people like him nowadays.
If he's so likable, why do we not have
pure.
anything?
Could
Was he even a real person?
Moved away without telling anyone?
Is it gonna be a
No,
twist like it's
He's
some
not the type to
Hilly
leave
Troll
without
or
saying
something?
goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village?
Huh. Alright, thanks for the information.
It's that guests I hear.
Yup, and we're here to bother you with questions.
We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing. Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village, but somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks.
You wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember.
What about
It's
his
okay.
voice?
There's no need to force yourself to try and remember.
Wait, we're not gonna know about the voice?
Well, Traveler, what do you think?
This commission isn't going well because they're not giving any dang information. It's probably more in this case than meets the eye.
I don't think so, too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
He's someone who only exists in someone's memories or something.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with?
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to
Okay,
think.
Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one.
Because Genshin would pull
Someone
that
who
kind of
only
twist.
exists in people's memories?
It's Sumeru, what do you expect? Could it be like what happened with Greater Lord Rukadabata, like some
You
sort
two
of
are the
mouse
adventurers who just
altercation?
arrived, right? You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission.
You should be worried.
My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
We'll certainly try our best.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot.
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky, or stop to feel the wind against our skin.
Did you all, like,
We could sit there for
touch a
hours
ley
at a
line
time,
and then you
never
got all these
realizing how long it
memories
had
and you
been.
don't realize it or something? Because that's what happened in the last quest with me.
I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone. When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all.
I used to have someone like that, a family member that I could talk to no matter what. But now I have a lot of friends who understand me and would be happy to hear me out.
Aww.
Wow, that sounds
And that's
really
not you,
nice.
Paimon!
When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me.
He sounds really cool.
Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow, you two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry. Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
Oh, don't say that. You helped us understand him better.
The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
It was always the same type of day, and time never seemed to pass. Based on what we learned, this is definitely not a regular missing persons case. What Atosa just told us about time could be the key to unraveling this whole mystery. Ah, hilly churls. Look at them.
Hey,
look at them being all
look
silly.
at those hilly churls over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
Nah, what do you mean? They're silly like this all the time. They do this all the time. Oh. Well, the Abyss mage up there might be a little weird.
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
I don't... Okay. What?
Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
How very random. Okay.
Let my name echo in song! Yeah?
Dead. Oh.
Let the mighty be humbled.
I'm always watching. Right here. Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm
ignore
not
the
sure what I
Zhongli
would've
pillar
done.
and Farina's little friends. Oh, they're gone. The question we should be asking is, what is the Abyss Order doing around here?
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vimara village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara village just in case. Wait a second. The person... It's Dainslev!
Yo! Wait, what? Hey!
Ah, it's you two.
Don't pretend like you were just like, oh, I'm passing by.
Oh,
come on
a
now.
friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then.
Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then.
Are you not here for the same purpose?
Well, we ran into them on accident.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the hilichurl activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Well, let's see what more we can learn from the villagers, and after that, you also owe us many answers.
And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you.
You just left after my weird experience from last time.
Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk. Ah, so that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara village. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity, and that is certainly not much to go off of.
Well then, how about the intel you promised me?
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Thank you, please.
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
Well, that's a bold thing to ask, or in a manner of speaking, I want to have faith in him.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedderfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Your brother?
What really happened between the two of you? What really happened in Conria back then?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Conria. The wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedderfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter, the foul Sertologi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rarier. No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some
One
of
of
those
them
names
is your
sound
brother,
really
though.
familiar. Rhynedaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertology is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vetafolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Somehow everything is connected. If that is true, then the stone slates we found in that ruin at Fontaine, the ones that outlined Fontaine's prophecy, that was likely Vetafolnir's doing as well.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria, those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. The 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
And then my sibling came into contact with your brother.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
It must be hard to talk about all this, but thank you for telling me.
Of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
I remember that.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed.
Yep, sounds about
However,
right.
it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Of course!
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable.
Ley lines
My
mess around
recent
with memories
investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
a lot. And one of the things that flows through the ley lines are memories.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village. The person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
I knew it!
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
Okay. Careful where you sleep, traveler, or you might end up happening what happened last time, where I just go off into memories again. Yeah.
Oh, so tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
I didn't sleep well either. My head's a mess.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
Oh, he's already up.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here? Did something happen?
What's wrong, Dane?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
We don't actually know anything.
Young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before.
Oh,
Memories.
no.
Of him.
I guess you slept in the wrong place, Dane.
They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind
Also,
after I
this
woke up.
happy music is not
And
fitting
I'm
at
certain
all.
I've never met this person before.
Oh dear. What exactly did you remember?
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
Uh-oh.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
How is that even possible?
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all.
That's what yeah.
But why would he do something like that?
I don't know. Trying to make us trust him.
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning. That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
Well, is the eye still safe? What if that memory is real?
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
Oh yeah, we don't know where you took. We don't actually know where you hid it. But what if someone follows us? If we go straight there and someone's on our tail, aren't we just exposing the eye's location? Yeah, what if that person is stalking us right now, knowing that their plan is working? Maybe that's the reason the Abyss Order implemented the memory in the first place, to force Dane to confirm the eye's location. You're thinking that too, aren't you? Given what I know of him, though, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility. It seems he might already have a plan. Let's go.
Of course.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait.
Uh-oh.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
What was Dane going to tell me just now? You know, the whole curse of immortality thing isn't really helping you with your memories either.
Gather!
Emerge. Right now. Emerge. Strike a pose!
Silence!
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
That better not be where the first field tiller is. This better not be it. Oh, well, it definitely isn't because it just woke up.
Solidify!
Come on out.
This
right
one's
now,
too
right
new.
Here.
I
It
will
woke
have
up.
order.
What is this place?
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Damn. Hold on. Arrgh, grr, grr, Okay, this is more challenging of a puzzle than I expected. Why is this actually hard? Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah. No! I'm so close. Please. Ugh. Yeah. And then this one. Finally! That took me a while.
Ah, the door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
Is this a trap?
Looks like we can't go any further.
I don't like where this is going.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
Okay.
Disorder! They're here!
Alright.
Right now, right here, emerge.
Strike a pop!
Silence!
Nothing lasts forever.
Stabilize!
Right here. Emerge. Right now, emerge.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see...
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss. You two, do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Leave you here on your own. Will you be alright?
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Alright. Be safe, man. I don't know what's happening in your memories. That's dangerous. Dane does have a point. But something still feels off. What am I missing? What's happening? What is this weird aura happening? Who is coming? No freaking way, bro! No freaking way! What is this?
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
No! What?
You risked your safety, and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone.
Bro!
I know you must have a lot to say.
Lubin, come back! Lubin! Lubin! Your brother's right here!
But if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Wait! He just made us leave so we didn't have to see
The
that.
ley lines are all out of whack.
Oh,
We
god
better hurry.
dang it.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there.
They seem strangely calm. Well, that is unusual.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago?
Well,
Why are
actually, they
so
do this.
calm
Never
all of a
mind. This is
sudden?
also normal. Wait, I hear something.
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun.
Ether?
At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Wait, that's not Ether. Who is this? Oh no, the memories!
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
It was someone's voice.
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly churls in some way? Looks like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly churls are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow. In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the hilly churls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least.
I wouldn't count on it.
Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late. Grandpa Medea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Someone's gone missing, you say?
Oh,
Who would that be?
What?
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. Then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it.
Well,
But
have you seen him
why'd you say-
recently?
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village.
Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
Oh. Well, I didn't even think of it like that. That's a good point. I doubt returning to the past would be that simple, but we're messing with the ley lines! Given everything Dane mentioned about disturbances with the ley lines, I'd say it's far more likely that it's related to memories in some way. I need to think carefully. What's really going on? Okay, we have to do this again. People have forgotten about the missing person.
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yeah, we've returned to the point before the disappearance.
If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared,
We're presently traversing someone's memories.
if this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
So if we're really in someone's memory, then this is our chance to find him.
Right. We might not have that much time and we don't even know whose memory this is.
Well, okay, let's go through what we know so far.
Good idea. That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to...
Implant memories into the minds of others.
Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Scenes from false memories will not change.
All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara Village.
Time does not pass within false memories.
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion.
False memories are easily forgotten?
There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that are implanted into the mind. Perhaps it has something to do with time.
This one?
Maybe not.
Really? Time does not pass.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a
Right.
That must mean time isn't passing. That's the tell of the fake memories. The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
Then the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer. That girl we spoke to earlier, Atosa.
The color of the sky.
I don't even need to look at the others.
Oh, right.
To the tree.
Yeah, that's where
He has the clothes of that, Clothar Alberic or whatever, like, that crazy guy.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman.
He is Conrian. He has the eyes as well.
You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Bruh, she literally likes you. What do you mean?
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
this version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me.
What the hell? You wouldn't know who I am.
So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then.
Okay.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Okay, and you're... Factoring in the memories, the Abyssor, the Loom of Fate, and everything else, I need to think of the one person who can connect all of this together. Oh, God, I don't know which one. Kari Bear! That's not him. We know what happened to Kari Bear, right? Or is it the Kari Bear before he was turned into a hilly churl? But he's so much older, I mean...
The founder of the Abyss Order. The man who broke the curse of immortality.
That can't be him, right? It can't be Kari Bear.
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate.
Oh, well, when you attach this quote, now I really think I might have to pick that. The Visionary.
Dane's brother. One of the 5 sinners of Conria. The one who stole the power of the Abyss.
Honestly, I don't know. Kari Bear?
You're... Kari Bear Alberic.
No way I was right.
Oh. You know me?
What?
That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before.
But you're all grown up.
Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her, but I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Okay. I can't read Conrian, I'm sorry. I don't know what this is. I like how there's a heart. We have a heart symbol in that language. That's cute. Hello? Okay. Whoa. Where are we? This place is pretty. The proof of existence. What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all. As you well know.
You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this, and now, the time has finally arrived.
What exactly happened to you?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate. But, despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate. As for your question, the loom of fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines.
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But, as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own.
Yeah, that sounds pretty dangerous.
Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
So that was the source of your ability to implant memories?
Yes. I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implemented by Kari Bear through the half-finished Loom of Fate. But why did you implement memories of yourself into the people of Vamara Village?
That. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well.
But why are you apologizing? Why'd you even do it? It seemed like you had good intentions.
I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life.
So that's why. I would never get. What do you mean, Traveler? That seems pretty understandable to me.
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
You know, everyone is looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me.
Well, now that I found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Dane might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif? Twilight's sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
What? The Loom of Fate is already complete? That means the Eye of the First Field Tower must have fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Could something have happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning.
Which is what?
Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he?
Well, that's one place to hide it, I guess.
His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
But Dane never handed me the eye.
That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
What does that mean? What does that mean he gave Dane a false memory? You made him think that? When?
Before you two entered that false location.
Why would you mess with that?
Traveler, wait.
It was then.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Oh my god, why would you do that?
I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
What are you planning on doing with it? Probably just existing, because that's what you wanted so bad.
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you. But I truly have no idea what the prince is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist.
It can still do a lot of damage.
In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal?
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory. After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster.
Yeah, it didn't go very well.
That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple, to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls.
Oh, so they don't have to experience that kind of anguish.
In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us. I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
I think it was very meaningful indeed.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one
What?
last time.
Brother, are you real? Is this real? Oh, what?
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation?
Yes, please! We could sit down and actually
The chance
talk.
to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I almost can't believe it's real. Is this real?
That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me.
Are you okay? Is Dane okay?
Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
What exactly are you planning? What are you going to do with the Loom of Fate?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time. Before the Heavenly Principles awaken.
The Heavenly Principles are still asleep?
Yes. For 500 years now. Ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne, yes?
Yeah.
Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
You really hate the Heavenly Principles, don't you?
You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Lumine?
I don't even know what to say right now.
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
Are you kidding me?
Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're
Wow.
only telling me this now?
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy.
And we're back here?
Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Kari Bearer and I talked for a while. He told me about the Loom of Fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who existed in people's memories, was Kari Bear all along. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
I don't seem to remember.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
Okay, so that's how Kari Bear said his goodbyes. That was the last memory he gave them.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Kari Bear.
Oh.
Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Kari Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life. I'm just happy I got to meet him. Okay, I'll admit, I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I?
That is not what that was!
Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
I'm sure he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now.
It feels like there's something in my pocket.
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let
There's a
Paimon see.
picture? What? You must get along with each other, the two of you. Oh, Kari Bear left this for me? Oh, bruh, not you. Why it ended? Let's see, 73? 74. 75. Dang. Okay. 76? Yes. Please, Tanori. No, that's like my third Skyward Bride. What is that?